I'm Lacie Lowry. Right now on News 9 at 6 o'clock, nearly 700,000 Oklahomans could lose their SNAP benefits starting next month if the government shutdown does not end. The steps being taken right now to help those families, it's coming up.
And I'm Lisa Monahan in for Robin Marsh. Another warm and windy day, but meteorologist Lacey Swope says we have some rain on the way. What we could see in the metro, plus this.
Since the moment we stepped there, the love has been unconditional. This ring is just as much odds as it is yours.
I'll borrow it anytime you like. The Oklahoma City Thunder opened the season as reigning champions with a big thriller in double overtime. I'm Colby Thelen. We have a look at last night's game, the championship banner, and that ring ceremony.
Live from downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now.
Good morning. Glad you're with us. Maybe you stayed up late watching that game. It just kept going and going and going.
What a thriller.
Yeah, it was. Certainly double overtime with the rings right by.
Rings on their fingers, the banners and the rafters, and then KD watching it all. Oh, boy.
Before eventually fouling out and costing them the game. It was sweet.
It was a sweet victory. Yeah. And then when you made the drive into downtown, you're going to get to see thunder and lightning all over the Devon Tower. We are proud of the Thunder.
We're not stopping the celebration. We haven't stopped since that celebration parade, honestly, right?
The pressure also felt like it stayed the same last night. Let's get over to the Bob Mills Weather Center. Lacey standing by. Lacey, looks like a cold start to the day.
It is. We've got 30s and 40s in many areas, but not much of a wind this morning. The winds do pick up later today, and then the rain moves in. We have days of rain on your 9-day forecast back to back to back, including your weekend. Right now is dry, so your Wednesday morning commute is looking good weather-wise. Megan will have your full traffic update in a minute. Old Glory just gently waving around in Oklahoma City. It's our Lucky Star Sky Cam network, and here at the 6 o'clock hour, we've dipped another degree. We are down to 44. That is our coldest morning of the season so far. So it is chilly. It's 38 in Stillwater, 48 in Hinton, 37 in Chickasha, 39 in Seminole, down to 35 degrees in Bristow. We've got 30s going on in a few areas in the west, but really temperatures in the northwest, you're much warmer than you were yesterday. You had 20s and 30s yesterday. You've got winds that are stronger. When the winds pick up, it helps mix down some of those warmer temps, and so our temperatures don't plummet. Where your winds are calm, our temps have tanked this morning, so it really depends on where you are. Winds be impacting the temperature through the next couple of hours. We'll be in the low 40s to the 50s to 79 degrees by 3 o'clock. And then it's all about that slow moving upper level low. It ramps up the winds at the surface and eventually ramps up our rain chances up to 100%. It looks soggy Thursday evening, Thursday night into Friday, through Saturday off and on, and even maybe into early Sunday. We'll break down the timing and how much rain we see out of this coming up.
In northeast Oklahoma City, a woman is found dead on I-44. This happened yesterday around 2:45 near Kelly. Troopers say a utility worker found 62-year-old Toylar Wilson in a ditch. They say Toylar had injuries consistent with being hit by a car. The OHP is now investigating. The Oklahoma City Police Department fires an officer convicted of assaulting his son. Investigators say Christopher Gellenbeck choked his son in a parking lot in November of 2023. A jury found him guilty last month, and he'll be sentenced next week. Gellenbeck was on paid leave until his conviction, and then he was fired.
6:04 your time right now. Might want to turn on those seat heaters as you're heading out the door. Megan Gold's watching the roads for this morning commute. Hey, Megan.
Hey, good morning. It is a chilly start, as Lacey mentioned, and I mentioned this earlier, but our sunrises just keep getting later and later. Of course, we're just under 2 weeks away from falling back, so that will change our sunrise and sunset times. But you're driving in the dark here on your Wednesday morning. 7:42 is our sunrise. If you're headed out the door right now, here is the Broadway extension looking really good into Oklahoma City right now. Those of you that commute in from the west side, I-40 and Meridian looks good as well. Not tracking any accidents really metro-wide right now from all directions into OKC. Nothing to slow you down. Just watch out, especially in the dark, for any of that wildlife that's out this morning, or especially the crosswalks with the kiddos at school. Drive times into Oklahoma City right now. Good to go from all directions. Guys, back to you.
All right, Megan, thank you. An Oklahoma County judge rules that part of a lawsuit against the State Department of Education can move forward. A Metro private school is suing the department and its former superintendent, Ryan Walters, for violating the Open Meeting Act back in August of 2023. The school had its accreditation revoked during that meeting. Now, it has since been restored, so a judge dismissed that part of the lawsuit. But the judge also ruled that the school can move forward with the open meeting violation. No word on when that next hearing will be.
Well, SNAP benefits are set to end in 10 days if the government shutdown doesn't come to an end. News 9's Brianna Brown joining us live this morning with what it means for Oklahomans. Good morning, Brianna.
Good morning. Yes, over 648,000 Oklahomans receive SNAP benefits, and the state agency says with the program facing suspension, it's unclear if the existing benefits will be able to be used by next month. Now, the Oklahoma Department of Human Services sent out a message directly to SNAP benefit users following the news of the program's upcoming suspension as a result of the government shutdown. We spoke to one Oklahoma City woman who says she'll be forced to turn to food banks.
I'm on a fixed income. I get SSI and SSDI, and so does my son. He's Asperger's, and I don't see any relief for the holidays. I mean, I don't see how we're going to pay bills plus buy food, and food is so expensive.
In a message, DHS told people to continue submitting all eligibility and recertification paperwork per typical procedures. Now, the Regional Food Bank of Oklahoma says they're preparing for an increased demand as benefits are set to expire by the end of next week. Live in Oklahoma City, Brianna Brown, Oklahoma's Own News 9.
Brianna, thank you. And News 9 did reach out to the Oklahoma Department of Human Services, but a spokesperson declined to comment. And in response to all of this, Tinker Air Force Base opening its food pantry for those impacted by the shutdown. Donations of non-perishable food items will also be accepted. If you do not have access to the base, you can take those donations to the Del City Hall or the Chamber office. The pantry is located at the Military and Family Readiness Center there inside Building 6001.
A heads up for some residents in Northwest Norman today. You may see smoke rising from the sewers. No, it's not a scary movie. Don't worry. The city's just testing the sewer system, forcing odorless smoke into the sewers to try to find issues. This is going to be near the intersection of 48th Avenue and West Robinson, impacting less than 100 homes. This is not expected to cause any road service closures or delays. Just a heads up this morning. The Oklahoma City Thunder opened the regular season with a bang.
Yes, they beat KD and the Houston Rockets 125-124 in a double overtime thriller. News 9's Thunder reporter Steve McGehee gives the recap.
What a back and forth game with the Rockets. 22 lead changes last night. Shea only had 5 points at halftime. He finishes up with 35. And with the game on the line, in the second overtime, Kevin Durant fouls SGA. Durant fouls out of the game. SGA goes to the free throw line, knocks down 2 free throws, and that was the difference as the Thunder get the 1-point win. A double win for OKC last night. The victory over the Rockets, plus they picked up a banner.
Yeah, we did enough to win. The mess-ups and the scripts and the mistakes always hurt more than a loss, so we have to be humble enough to realize we need to get better, even though we still won. It was ugly tonight, but I'd rather be ugly in a win than a loss for sure, so we'll take it.
The Thunder schedule doesn't get any easier. They play at Indiana tomorrow night, at Atlanta Saturday, a game you can see right here on this channel at 6:30, at Dallas on Monday, and then they're back here to take on Russell Westbrook and the Sacramento Kings next Tuesday night. From Paycom Center, Steve McGehee, Oklahoma's Own.
Oh,
so
man.
Cool.
It's like a rolling reunion.
I
First
know.
you had KD and Steven Adams, then Russell Westbrook. Yeah.
It's so exciting. So SGA celebrated last night at Mahogany with his wife. They asked the News 9 security guard to provide security for them. So I told Dwayne, our security guard, I was like, you ate dinner with SGA, basically.
On a big night,
I
too.
know. We were fangirling over it this morning.
Should have asked him if he had the ring on. Oh, man.
Did you touch the ring? He said, no.
That's great. You said you have that vest, though. That's pretty close.
I like that vest. Yeah, now I just got to get the sweatband to go with it.
There you go.
Trendsetter he
Wear it
is.
without sleeves, always. Let's turn to the Bob Mills Weather Center.
It's kind of like your wardrobe for Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
A sleeveless vest. That is why so many Okies wear vests. That's exactly exactly why. It is the perfect thing to help. It's the perfect extra layer.
Yeah, with this forecast.
Oh yeah, the forecast today is a chilly one, and today a vest is a great option because you won't need those sleeves later on. We're back to the mid-upper 70s. We'll see sunny skies, a little more wind as you're heading out early this morning. Skies are clear. The Devon Tower lit up after the big thunder win last night. Temperature of about 60 degrees by 10 a.m. and then rain on the way. We need it. Ragweed's been awful in the high category again. How much rain do we see? How does that impact your weekend? It's coming up.
Plus, a Metro family still searching for justice 2 years after their loved one's murder. Coming up in a few minutes, the clue that investigators believe could finally bring answers.
It's time for the bus stop forecast.
I can get a little chilly at the bus stop this morning. Bundle them up.
Definitely need a jacket.
Coldest morning we've had since
April.
April. Okay.
Yeah. So for the kiddos, the bus stop in Oklahoma City, it is the coldest morning. We've got down to the low 40s now. Some areas across central Oklahoma have dipped into the 30s. So no frost this morning, but looking ahead on the 9-day, by the end of next week, we will likely start talking frost. So it's that time of year. It will be very close to average for that to happen. It's going to get a lot colder. No Arctic air showing up. What is showing up is rain. We need it. It does not move in today, but tomorrow we will be tracking rain, thunderstorm chances, maybe a little severe weather, and then days of heavy rainfall off and on. Here's your best stop forecast. 44 degrees currently. We may drop a degree or two more across the metro because our dew points are so very low and our winds are calm. 65 degrees by midday, cool, and then a warm 79 is what it'll be like as the kiddos are coming home from school. Now, Halloween is 1 day off of our 9-day, and just looking ahead, everyone trying to plan accordingly. In the morning on the 31st, we will likely have some frost. We'll be in the lower mid 30s. And then for the afternoon, we'll reach the 60s. Trick or treat weather right now looks 50s. It looks dry. It looks cool. We'll fine tune all of this as it gets a little bit closer. But right now, Halloween is looking amazing. This morning, also beautiful on our Lucky Star Skycam network. In some areas, we have a light south breeze. In many areas, there's no breeze to speak of. It is 44 at Will Rogers. And again, that dew point is down into the 30s. We care about that because it lets us know how low our temperature can fall. So that 44 puts us the coldest morning since April 21st in Oklahoma City. Throughout the morning, it'll still be chilly for the next hour or so. Then we start to warm up just after daybreak. That sun goes to work. It's still 38 in Stillwater, 36 in Bristow. Look at the difference. Jones, you've got a little bit of a south wind. You're at 52. And then you get to the low-lying areas of Chickasha. You're at 36 versus Minko, which is 52. You may drive 30 miles and warm 20 degrees at this point. That's how variable our temperatures are due to the wind and the clear skies. The terrain has a big impact when we have clear skies and a light breeze. Winds anywhere from 5 miles per hour to some gusts a little stronger, 10 to 20. And the winds do pick up after daybreak. We'll go from the 40s and 50s to the mid-upper 70s for highs with a gusty southwest wind, 10 to 20, some gusts to 25. I think we'll see a few 80s down into southern Oklahoma. Tonight, not as cold. So your Thursday morning, we start off with 40s and 50s. Gulf moisture streams in. We'll get some cloud cover, 70s and 80s. And then the lift and the energy from this very tightly wound upper level low crawls towards us. This thing meanders around the region for several days. Let me show you. Coming up for tomorrow, it's out over the four corners, but we get the lift and the energy from it. It impacts our weather into your Friday. Friday night into Saturday, it just hangs out. It is still here on Sunday. By Sunday midday, it is exiting the region. It's exactly what we need when we get into a drought scenario, a slow-moving cutoff low. It doesn't just bring a wall of water statewide, but it'll bring rain chances every day with it in parts of the region. Starting with tomorrow in the southwest, 40% chance of rain in Oklahoma City. By tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, rain chances are bumping up into the likely category with a few thunderstorms around, maybe a little wind and hail. So we'll have trackers monitoring things for you. We may have some of these storms that pulse up, nickel dime, quarter size hail, and then 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. At this point, Friday morning into the afternoon, kind of our highest chance for really the widespread rain, 100% chance the way it looks. It'll move in, it'll move out. Some data says it is wet for the morning drive. Some data brings the rain in just after the morning drive on your Friday. We'll see. Friday evening into Saturday, that round of storms is lifting north. We dry it out for a while, and we'll have some showers around for Saturday morning, and that starts to become more scattered and then eventually isolated into the evening. So rain chances do come down through the day on Saturday, not all the way to zero. We'll still have showers around, and we may even have rain around even into early Sunday. So out west, 1/2 inch to 1 inch. There'll be bullseyes that have more, 1 to 2 inches on average for the zone in blue. But again, isolated areas, that see more. The most heaviest of rain, where it rains for the longest, will likely be somewhere to the southeast. On average 2 to 4 inches of rain. So many things going on for the upcoming weekend. We've got the OSU game that is away. It looks dry for that game as we head into Norman. Homecoming kickoff is at 11. We'll have rain chances in the morning that then taper off through the game, and temperatures will stay in the 60s as a result. Not expecting much lightning on Saturday the way it looks. So hopefully no lightning delays. Take the poncho heading out. It'll be good to go. We'll see temperatures much cooler once the rain begins, staying in the 60s through next week, guys. Next week, some days highs in the 50s with lows in the 30s. Coming up, back to you.
6:18, time now to take a look at the top national news. A man arrested accused of driving his car into a Secret Service security gate near the White House. It all happened late last night, just a few hundred feet from the White House. Right now, authorities are investigating exactly what led up to the crash.
And the Louvre Museum in Paris is back open days after more than $100 million in jewels are stolen. This was over the weekend. That heist lasted less than 8 minutes. And now 100 investigators are involved in this search for the 4 robbery suspects.
OpenAI unveils Atlas, its new web browser that's poised to take on Google Chrome. The search engine is built with ChatGPT at its core. Atlas has already launched for Mac laptop users, with versions for Microsoft computers and smartphones coming soon. Someone just show me how to use it when it's time. All right, your time now, 6:19. Let's check in with Megan Gold. She's watching the roads for us. Good morning, Megan.
Hey, good morning. We've got our crews out on the roadways ready to respond to any accidents as of right now. No reports of anything that will slow you down here on your Wednesday morning. This is our Lexington Stanfield shot at I-235 at North 13th. Looking off to the south, looks good to go if you are headed southbound. A couple more shots for you. Of course, the Broadway extension from our American Fidelity camera. Morning drive is picking up on that spot coming into downtown from the north, but nothing to really slow you down there as well. Out near Tinker, I-40 and Air Depot looks good looking off to the east. And for today, nothing to cause you any problems weather-wise for the commute tomorrow afternoon and evening. Of course, we'll start to track more thunderstorms, so we'll give you a yellow light for that. And then into your Friday, very wet. Really plan more time for that commute. Guys, back over to you.
All right, Megan, thank you. You know, Kevin Durant wasn't the only familiar face that made it back into the Paycom Center last night. After the break, we're going to hear from Steven Adams. What did he have to say about Loud City? We're back after this. The Thunder are getting love from former Thunder player Steven Adams. He was at the season opener last night, and we spoke with him about his continued love for Oklahoma City.
It's just the people, mate. You know what I mean? Like, there is something, like, strangely magical about OKC, like, strangely. Like, it's always this thing of, like, damn, like, you miss it, but then you get here and you're just like, man, like, there's really nothing much going on. You know what I mean? But then, like, you miss it. And it's the people that make it, like, really good, you know?
Well, OKC misses Steven Adams, too. Yeah. Of course, he played for the Thunder from 2013 to 2020, and that mural of him in downtown OKC still up. So I don't know any other former players that still have murals
Seriously, because we still love him. So I was so sad when he got traded away, but I love that he keeps coming back and supporting OKC. How funny, he said there's nothing going on here.
I'll have to get some more activities or something.
I love so much.
It's so true. I guess you think about it for maybe a 20-something and they feel that way. For us parents, though,
has he been hunting?
We're like, it's really active here.
It is. We are big time.
Things going on.
Very important things happen in Oklahoma. What are you talking about?
Lacey's will take him hunting. How about that?
I think that's the charm of Oklahoma. That's why so many of us love it. It is more laid back. That's for sure, guys. One thing that is starting to pick up, it's the rut. So every time this time of year, every year we talk about this, the News 9 Rut Radar, which is really letting you know when the deer movement is really starting to increase, when the bucks start really chasing the does, which is for a hunter, that is your dream. For a driver, for a commuter, it's a nightmare. This is when the deer are moving like crazy. So this is based on your reports. Always keep them coming of what you're seeing. The yellow on the map means that no more of these bucks all hanging out together. They're no longer in groups. They're separated. They're starting to see other bucks as enemies. And then for the zone in orange, we're hearing much more of them making scrapes. They're going through chasing does even. They're fighting each other, which lets you know it's getting worse and worse and worse in the deer department, which is better and better and better for hunters. We'll update you though. Keep your reports coming. Watch out on the roadways. First Light light and especially last light for the doe running around like crazy being chased by the bucks. Temperatures this morning, they are in the 30s and 40s. It is chilly. We have a light south breeze, sunny skies, and temperatures warm to the 70s this afternoon. It will be warm and breezy. As far as what we're headed, well, muzzleloader season opens on Saturday. Rain begins on Friday. If you're trying to get that thing sighted in, dry conditions today and for part of the day tomorrow, then the rain begins, and it looks soggy for at least the first couple of days. We'll talk about what to expect with the rain timeline statewide coming up. Back to you guys at the desk.
Well, the Oklahoma City Thunder unveiling their championship rings and banner at Paycom. Coming up, a live report on the team's new bling.
And possible layoffs and funding cuts at the U.S. Department of Education, raising concerns about the future of Oklahoma education. What one lawmaker says he's doing to make sure special needs families aren't left with the burden. It's next.
You're watching Oklahoma's own News 9 this morning.
Good morning, Oklahoma. 6:30 on your Wednesday morning, and we are looking up at the Devon Tower. It is lit up with OKC Thunder, the lightning going down the side. What a game last night. It was a thriller to open the season, and they win in double overtime over the Houston Rockets. So we're just going to keep that thunder up in the sky this morning. We do say thank you for joining us this morning. What a night last night. They got their rings, they got their banner, and they got their first win of the season.
Now just 81 more this regular season.
Let's go. That's the way to start it.
Starting it with our favorite Canadian sealing the game with the free throw at the end. And now let's talk about some Canadian air from the Bob Mills Weather Center.
Nice.
Chilly start. Did you like that transition, Lacey?
It was wonderful.
Okay.
You were talking about Shea, correct?
I was. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, yeah.
Point that out.
So much. I just need
No
to
other favorite Canadians out here.
You know, a lot of us have.
Well, we
one
love
thing
Lou Dort
friends,
too.
okay?
We love Lou Dort too. Okay.
We do. Okay, guys, you're dry today. It is chilly this morning. We have 30s and 40s as you're heading out, and then the rain chances bump up. Get ready for rain late Thursday, into Friday, into Saturday, off and on, maybe even into early Sunday across the region. And many of us see 1 to 2 inches of beneficial rain. Some could see more. Now, as you're heading out, you want the jacket this morning. We're down to 38 in Stillwater, 48 in Chandler, 44 in OKC, 36 in Bristow. Chickasha, you're down to 36. It's 49 right now in Weatherford. So where the wind is a little stronger, your temperatures are significantly warmer. There's a huge difference. It's 53 Woodward, meanwhile 35 in Bessie, and down to Tologa, upper 30s. Winds are 5 to 10 miles per hour. There's a lot of goose eggs on here, a lot of areas where there's just no gusts to speak of. Now, western Oklahoma, the northwest, you had 20s and 30s yesterday. Now you're seeing winds that are up and your temps are much warmer. This afternoon, back to the mid-upper 70s, and the winds pick up 10 to 20, some gusts to 25. It's still going to be a beautiful day. Hope you enjoy it because the rain chances begin. We need rain to flush things out across the region for sure, help with the drought. We've been hearing from so many of you. Ragweed is in the high category. It's been brutal, but once the rain begins, guys, it'll end and pick back up in waves for several days as the slow pivots by us. We'll talk about the timing for this across the state, how much rain we see, and any severe risks coming up. Back to you.
This is a difficult one. A boy's home in Tulsa is asking for prayers after a 17-year-old boy shoots himself with a police officer's gun. Tulsa investigators say 2 off-duty police officers were teaching an archery class at the boy's home when the teen came up from behind and grabbed one of the officer's gun from the holster, then shot and killed himself.
They're out here to help these kids and to connect with them, and then unfortunately, a gun that he's wearing properly gets used and they just shoot themselves. It's absolutely horrible for everybody involved.
And there were several witnesses, unfortunately. Police say the gun was the officer's department-issued pistol. The officer is now on leave during the investigation.
Well, Seminole State College remembering a student recently killed in a car crash. The university says Denham Harris, a freshman baseball player from Texas, was killed last Thursday. The university held a candlelight vigil just last night. Harris was 18 years old. And a Metro family is still searching for answers 2 years after their loved one was gunned down outside his Del City home. Darius Ellis Sr.'s family says no one has been arrested in his case. Police say surveillance video may lead to new information. Take a good look here at this video we're going to show you. A business across the street captured that video, and someone sitting near the house. The family asking anyone with information to come forward.
This person is out there, and if you're watching this interview today, and if you have a heart, or if anybody in your family knows anything about this that has a heart, please come forward. It's been 2 years. We haven't had no justice.
Now, the family believes Darius was targeted, said he had no known enemies. If you have any information, recognize the vehicle in that video there, you're asked to call Del City Police.
It's been nearly 3 months since the State Department of Corrections took over the Lawton Correctional Facility, and state leaders are now touting it as a model for second chances. DOC says the focus inside is rehabilitation over punishment.
If you want help, you want your sobriety, you want something like that, you want to go back and be a productive member of society, we have things that can help you get there.
DOC says the transition has also been smooth. The prison retained 92% of staff from the former owners.
Your time now, 6:35. Meteorologist Megan Gold is watching the roads and traffic for us this morning. Megan, how's it looking?
Still looking really good. No reports of any accidents, which is great news here for our Wednesday morning. Of course, we still have to wait a good hour and some change for our sunrise at 7:42 this morning. And as Lacey's been talking about, it is a dry but a chilly start to the day. So grab the jackets, maybe turn on the seat warmers if you have them here as you get going. There's the Broadway extension. If you're coming into Oklahoma City from the North Metro, good to go. The Dallas Junction, very busy, but no accidents and no big slowdowns. And then for those of you that come in from the far south, in Norman, I-35 and Robinson looking off to the north looks great as well. So really metro-wide right now from I-40 to I-35, no slowdowns and no accidents. Of course, the morning drive will pick up and there'll be a little bit more congestion, but hopefully we'll keep it accident-free. Right now, your drive times are still good to go, guys. Back to you.
The threat of layoffs and cutbacks at the U.S. Department of Education is creating uncertainty about special education funding in Oklahoma. State Senator Adam Pugh, who is running for state superintendent, says he has spoken with several leaders at the U.S. Department of Education to learn its funding structure. He knows that states will bear more responsibility as the federal government rolls back resources, but that will not affect this school year. Pugh says he wants to build guardrails so parents of special needs children can report failures in educational responsibilities promised under the Individuals with Disabilities Act.
What you don't want is a parent who's in that situation to then have to foot the bill to go through what can be a lengthy legal process.
Several Senate Democrats are also working on this issue, but were unavailable for interviews.
Well, Service Oklahoma's Norman location is moving this week. The new site providing better designed space at a more central place in Norman. The current space closed yesterday, and the new location will open tomorrow at 7 a.m. Customers can continue to access services online at any time. Head over to news9.com for information on where that new location will be.
The Thunder opened the regular season with a big win, a thrilling win against the Houston Rockets last night, but not before getting their championship rings and raising that banner. Let's go to Kylie Dedman, who's showing off that ring's new hardware. Kylie.
Colby, I might be a little biased, but I think this is the fanciest and nicest NBA championship ring in the NBA history. Again, might be just a little biased right there. Well, this has been nearly 2 decades in the making, and in true championship fashion, the ring is blinged out in every angle in diamonds. Now, this ring also has a special tribute paying homage to the city, the state, and the team.
For the first time in OKC history, the Oklahoma City Thunder are NBA champions!
I will just never get tired of hearing that. Now, the front of the ring has OKC blinged out in diamonds with the Larry O'Brien trophy. That front piece then opens up, and on the inside is an image of the team raising up the trophy. And there's also a smaller ring inside, also decked out in diamonds, of course, with the players' numbers that they can wear as well. So that's a 2-for-1 type of ring. Now, the part that is capturing the city and the state in a touching tribute is on the outer palm side is an image of the gates of time and the reflection pool at the Oklahoma City National Memorial. Now, the interior palm side of the ring has the phrase Labor Omnia Vincent. It's a Latin phrase meaning work conquers all. It's the official motto of Oklahoma.
Since the moment we stepped there, the love has been unconditional. This ring is just as much odds as it is yours.
One side of the ring features the team's championship run record, 68-14. It also has each player's number surrounded by lightning bolts. And as well as the players and coaches receiving their rings, the championship banner was also unveiled and raised up into the rafters last night in Paycom. The championship banner reads, Oklahoma City Thunder 2024-2025 NBA champions. Reporting live outside of Paycom, Kylie Dudman, Oklahoma's own News 9.
Kylie, thank you. Got the banner, the rings. How about the signs on I-35 saying, welcome to Oklahoma City, home of the NBA champions?
So cool. They're all over. Yeah, and they're at the airport as well. We're just leaning hard into this. So proud of the Thunder.
And that thing's got more diamonds than Mr. Freeze. It's crazy.
You.
It's like, you can see that coming from a while away.
All right, let's check in with Lacey Swope. We can't get over that there's a ring inside the ring, Lacey.
It was mind-blowing. I don't know a lot about NBA championship rings. I've never followed it too closely, but that was just like, I couldn't believe it.
There's more.
There's more. It keeps going, as it should. It's incredible, guys. We're keeping the win going. We're celebrating this morning. You can see in downtown Oklahoma City, part of our Lucky Star Skycam network. Right now, the Devon Tower still amazing, looking awesome with the lightning strikes down the side. Now it's chilly. Temps are in the 30s, the 40s. We warm to the 60s by 10 a.m. How warm and windy today, and when does all that rain move in? It's after this break.
All right, 6:43. It's a chilly start to the Wednesday morning.
We'll take it though. I'm more than happy with it. It feels great.
Feels like fall in your step.
Yeah, it sure does. A nice little crisp air.
Well, this time of year, our lows should be in the 40s. So it is very common, very typical. We usually see our first freeze sometime around the first week of November, which, hey, that's just a couple
10 days away.
That's very, very close. I think we'll see some frost, widespread frost by the time we get into next week. Our temps just keep getting cooler. Lows and highs. What we haven't had is rainfall across Oklahoma. And this is the number of days consecutively that we have gone without a quarter of an inch of rain. That's not a lot. That's very little, actually. We've gone over a month, 33 days officially in Oklahoma City, 50 to 54 days in Creek County, Payne County, Major County, Dewey, Washita County. It's been very dry, all to the south, the southwest, and really, we're going to add quite a bit of rain to the rain gauges. The way it looks, it's days of rain. It's exactly what we need. I love this video Charles sent us from Grant County. We appreciate our farmers, that is for sure. The soybean harvest underway because of the lack of wind. Check out just how dusty and crunchy it was for the harvest for him. I believe this was yesterday because the winds were absolutely non-existent for a while yesterday, causing that big old plume of dust. Looks like a big old dust storm out of Arizona. They go through a lot. Our Oklahoma farmers do. We appreciate you. Rain is headed our way the way it looks, up to 100% by Friday for sure. It is moving in. Lucky Star Skycam Network. This is live from our Christensen cam. That is the Kilpatrick Turnpike in Portland. We're down to 44 in Oklahoma City. Layer up this morning. You'll want the jacket, the coat, the sweater. This is our coldest morning officially at the airport that we have seen since early or late April, since spring. Okay, coldest air of the fall season. Now, many areas across the state yesterday, it was a little colder for you. Here's the live update. Every 5 minutes, these temperatures update. We've got more 30s again, similar to yesterday in Stillwater. In Bristow, you're down to 35. Chickasha, you've fallen to 35 degrees with a calm wind. 39 in Seminole, 48 in Hinton. We do have some 50s out there where the winds are up. And for folks in the northwest, you're 10, 15, 20 degrees warmer than you were at this time yesterday because you do have more of a breeze. But the temperatures vary greatly. 20, 30 miles makes all the difference in the world between temps in the 50s and the 30s because our winds are variable. Along with the terrain, some of those low-lying areas definitely get colder. 56 by 9 o'clock, we'll be up to 70. Lunchtime looks amazing once again. The fall feel is here, but it'll be breezy. Winds 15 to 25. We may have a gust or two close to 30 this afternoon. 70s and low 80s for afternoon highs. But again, closer to average than records, so we're getting better there. Lows tonight, 40s and 50s with a south wind. And then tomorrow, we're in the 70s, the 80s. Moisture streams in, becomes more muggy, and we'll have some some clouds develop. Eventually by the afternoon and evening, we will be tracking thunderstorms. Today, we'll track rain with this system over the Four Corners portion of our nation. And then this low just crawls towards Oklahoma over the next few days. It impacts our weather pattern for 3 to 4 days solid the way it looks. And it's exactly what we need to get heavier rain and help to really put a dent in the drought. So it's slow moving, just to show you where the low will be for tomorrow, the mid upper level low. Then as we go through your Friday, the moisture's here. We'll still have storm chances Friday. It's still impacting us overhead Saturday, even into early Sunday. And then it exits and it moves out. But there's another storm right on its heels. So rain chances still looking very good on your 9-day. Tomorrow afternoon, storm chances begin in the southwest. That spreads up across the state with some pockets of heavy rain, intense lightning, might have a little wind and hail tomorrow. It's a low severe risk tomorrow evening into tomorrow night and even early Friday. Quarter-size hail, 60 to 70 mile an hour winds. And again, a lot of lightning. Initially, I think as the storm gets closer and closer to us, we lose a lot of that instability and the lightning and the severe threat goes away. But Friday morning, rounds of rain. We'll see how this times out with the commute. Some data suggests the rain doesn't really pick up in intensity till after the commute. We'll time that out as it gets a little closer. Friday evening, still scattered thunderstorms around. Now keep in mind, while we have the likely rain chance, it is not just rain continuously all day. It comes through in waves. Saturday afternoon, the rain starts to become more sporadic. And then it's pretty light as we head into your Sunday. May just be left with some drizzle by Sunday morning. We'll see 1/2 inch to 1 inch of rain is expected in western Oklahoma. For the zone in blue, 1 to 2 is a good average, but there are several data sets and runs that bring 2 to 4 inches in isolated spots. So great rains, putting a dent in the drought, and we may have to track a little severe weather. Trackers will be geared up, ready to go as it initially arrives. Then it keeps temperatures in the 60s, guys. Next week, highs only in the 50s. We'll have lows in the 30s by the middle to end of next week, and that does include Halloween. Back to you.
Sounds good, Lacey. Thank you. Starting next month, Oklahomans who receive SNAP benefits will not get anything unless the government shutdown ends. The Department of Human Services says the program will be suspended November 1st. More than 684,000 Oklahomans receive SNAP benefits, and the state agency says it's unclear if existing benefits can still be used next month. One Oklahoma City woman says she'll be forced to turn to food banks.
I don't think anyone on disability wants to be on disability. It's nothing that we're proud of, but it is a benefit that we have, and I thank God for that benefit.
The Regional Food Bank of Oklahoma has announced it is now preparing for an increased demand.
There's a new home for state high school championship basketball games. The OSSAA says that all of those finals games will be played in the new OG&E Coliseum at State Fair Park. Also part of that plan, 2A to 6A quarter and semifinal games will rotate between the Coliseum and the Lloyd Noble Center every other year. So last year, OSSAA moved those finals to the Jim Norick Arena and say that atmosphere made this decision easy.
Feedback last year was so wonderful about everybody being here. It just created an atmosphere that was better for our student athletes and fans.
The change will start this year and runs through 2030.
Time now, 6:50, and meteorologist Megan Gold standing by watching the roads for us this morning as folks head out for their morning commute. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Lisa. Starting to see some slow spots as you would expect as the morning drive picks up. I'll show you some of those kind of metro-wide right now. A few slowdowns on I-44 in the northbound lanes and then in the northbound lanes of I-35 as of right now. No reports of any crashes. I think it's just our typical morning congestion, but heads up if you are headed into Oklahoma City from Norman. There's the view looking off to the south, and what you're seeing there's the headlights that are headed northbound. So just pretty congested. If you're headed in from the North Metro, there's the Broadway extension down to 235. It looks good. And as of right now, drive times from all directions are still good to go. We're going to take a quick break and we will be right back.
Well, coming up on the Coca-Cola porch, it's a Halloween hoedown at the National Cowboy Museum. See how the museum's Prosperity Junction comes alive with costumes, crafts, and the cowboy spirit. It's headed your way in a live report at 9 a.m.
Forget dessert after Thanksgiving dinner. Why not dessert for Thanksgiving dinner? This is Reynolds. They just unveiled the Dubai chocolate-inspired turkey recipe. This turkey creation balances warm spices, nutmeg, cloves with that rich molten chocolate. Chocolate on your turkey. Okay, the recipe takes about 50 minutes to prepare. about 4 hours to bake.
It sounded really good till the chocolate part.
It's a little strange, I gotta admit.
Okay, so it's not a chocolate
It's
turkey.
not a chocolate
That's what I
turkey.
thought. I was like, I'll do that.
Chocolate on your turkey.
And you put chocolate on it with some spices. Okay.
It's
I
like a
had to
nice
look up
pairing.
Dubai chocolate. I'm not going to lie. I have, but I didn't know
Never
what it
heard of Dubai
was.
chocolate.
So it's brand new. It's just created. And it is chocolate, pistachio, tahini, and then a Middle Eastern dessert made of syrup and cheese. So
You've so good. I'm going to bring you
They
some.
sell it in the mall.
I think I need to get some.
It's big, like TikTok craze.
And it's super expensive. I thought gold was in it or something.
Should be for the prices.
For the
right?
price,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
That's not here turkey, though.
I'm so
proud. I need to
You're right.
Oh my gosh.
No, can't knock it
It's
till you try
basically,
it.
I guess this one would be turkey with chocolate dressing on top.
I don't
Is that kind of what they're saying?
Your face,
I don't know.
Lacey.
They lost me at the chocolate.
They haven't
I
sold
think
you.
I'm a purist when it comes to chocolate. Like I just like chocolate in my chocolate.
Yeah.
You know?
Not turkey
But
in your chocolate.
I get it. I get it. You love it. Go for it.
I can't believe we're almost to Thanksgiving.
I know.
Like Halloween's right around the corner.
It
and
is.
Thanksgiving. It's here.
Halloween's a day off the 9-day forecast, and the forecast does look amazing by the time we get there. Today, back to the 70s, warm, a little breezy. Storm chances go up tomorrow. We may have a little severe weather, and then rounds of rain all the way through the weekend.
Gosh, we need the rain, though.
We do.
We also need, now with all this chocolate talk.
I don't know how I feel about
Tummy
this chocolate
guns.
turkey.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Hey, we'll try it. Maybe we'll bring some in.
Knock it. Have a great day.